Hello and good morning, everybody. We're gonna do a chapter 2 Parallels and Meridians. Get set. Look at the globe. There are some lines on it. Fill the missing letters to complete the names. You have read that the earth is spherical in shape. To find the location of places on earth, we need certain imaginary lines such as reference. These lines are called as parallels and meridians. The earth rotates on its axis. It is an imaginary line drawn through the center of the earth. The end points on the axis are called poles. The poles are used as two fixed points. The point on the top is North Pole and the one at the bottom is South Pole. Parallels. A set of circles is drawn on the surface on the globe. These circles run from east to west. They are called parallels or lines of latitude. The earth is divided into two equal parts, drawing an imaginary line midway between the North Pole and the South Pole. This line is called the equator. It is the longest parallel, the part of the earth which lies to the north of the equator. It is called the northern hemisphere. The other half is known as the southern hemisphere. Southern hemisphere lies to the south of the equator. Fact-wise, the word latitude originates from the Latin word latus, which means wide. The word meridian originates from the Latin word meridies, which means midday. It is from the word meridian that we get words such as ante-meridium, AM, meaning before noon, and post-meridium, PM, meaning afternoon. Important features of parallels. All parallels are complete circles except for the North Pole and the South Pole. These points are the length of parallels decrease. We move away from the equator and towards the poles. All parallels are located at an equal distance from each other. Parallels neither nor cross one another. How are parallels numbered? We start from the equator, marked as 0 dot latitude. We mark the other parallels from 0 dot to 90 dot apart from their value. No parallels are also marked N north or S south. According to their location, the North Pole is written as 90N. 90.N. The South Pole is written as 90.S. Parallels are drawn at intervals of 1 degree. There are 90 parallels in the northern hemisphere and 90 parallels in the southern hemisphere. Therefore, there are just 181 parallels in all, including the equator. Important parallels. Other than equator 0 dot, the North Pole 90.N and the South Pole 90.S, there are 4 important parallels. These are the Tropic of Cancer 23.5 N, the Tropic of Capricorn 23.5 .S, the Arctic Circle 66.5 .N, and the Antarctic Circle 66.5 .S. The Arctic and the Antarctic circles are also called as polar circles. Checkpoint. Write true, O for right, T for true and F for false. The east-west lines drawn on a globe are called parallels. All parallels are of the same length. The North Pole lies in the southern hemisphere. The Tropic Cancer lies in the northern hemisphere. Meridians, imaginary lines running from the north to the south, are called meridians or lines of longitude. These lines are drawn from pole to pole. Important features of a meridian. all meridians are the same length. The maximum distance between any two meridians is at the equator. The distance between two meridians decreases as we move away from the equator towards the poles. Meridians cut the parallels at the right angle 90 dot. Meridians are used to measure distances in east and west directions. How are meridians numbered? You have to read the number, the parallels. We start from the equator. Similarly, we need a starting point. To number the meridians in 1884, it was decided to fix Greenwich, a place near London, as the starting point for numbering meridians. The meridian that passed through Greenwich was marked as 0 dot and named prime meridian. The longitude of the place is measured east or west like the prime meridian. Like parallels, meridians are also drawn at intervals of 1 degree. If we move away from the prime meridian towards the east or the west, we reach halfway around the earth at 180 dot. Thus, there are 180 meridians towards the east of prime meridian and 180 meridians towards the west of prime meridian. The meridian of 180 dot E and 180 dot W is the same line, so in total there are 360 meridians. Locating places on the earth. The parallels and meridians form a network of lines on a globe. This is called a grid. We used to locate places on a globe. To locate a place, we must know the values of its parallel or latitude and its meridian or longitude. The point at which the parallel and meridian cross each other is called the location of that place. Words to know. An axis, an imaginary line passing through two extreme points on a sphere around which it spins. Either pole, either of the end points at the top or the bottom of Earth's axis.